the value decreases a lot. And to create that value, they also spend a lot of time to make the food. All our food, with all our brands, take about 5 to 10 minutes to produce. And this wasn't by mistake, it was calculated. We made sure our operations ran so smoothly that we were able to produce items within 5 to 10 minutes because we understand the time delay. Hey guys, it's Wesley here. Welcome back to this channel. In this channel, I document my journey of scaling and growing a virtual restaurant. When I first started, I wanted to find something very similar so I can skip the mistakes and learn from other people. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find anything. Everything was catered towards regular traditional restaurants with dine-ins and so forth. So I wanted to document my mistakes, my failures, my successes, so I can share with you guys so you don't have to go through the same experiences I did and test, and test again to find the right solutions. So let's get started. The last video, we talked about dine-in experiences, dine-in expectations for a virtual restaurant, and that's why people are failing. I want to get back into it and dig deeper in and talk about the value structure. This is the second reason why people, operators who get into virtual restaurants fail. They don't understand the value structure. What brings value to their customers? So let's talk about it. So I'm going to bring back the example of my conversation with the operator who does the Wagyu burgers. Again, he didn't really understand the value structure. He thought that having a very high priced item would create a lot of value, but in the delivery space, it doesn't do that because it has diminishing returns in terms of taste. You know, the bun that he uses for the burger gets soggy for delivery. Over time, food depreciates if it isn't eaten, and he didn't understand that. And there's a lot of other levers you have to know to optimize the value for your customers. To be in full candor, I got this idea from Alex Hormozy from Gym Launch. He's a genius, and after this video, go watch his stuff. You'll learn so much. So he talked about the value structure that you have to focus on to give your customer the best experience. The first is you have to help your customer get their dream outcome. In terms of the food and restaurant space, people's dream outcome is to have a good experience for dinner, lunch, breakfast, and so forth. They just want to have a good experience. And that could include having great food, having great service, and so forth. The second is the perceived likelihood of achievement. It's how likely are you going to help your customer have a great experience for dinner. And can be used, you can increase this by having higher ratings, more pictures, more testimonials saying that your food is great. So the customer is more likely to purchase from you because they trust that they're going to have a good experience based on what other people are saying. The third is time delay. How much time is it going to take for you to get your customer that great experience, their dream outcome? How long is it going to take for you to get them a great experience for lunch or dinner? Let's say for a dine-in restaurant, how long do they have to wait at the table for a table? How long do they have to wait at a table until they get their food? And how long do they have to wait to get servers to serve them water and so forth? That is the time delay. And the last value structure you have to worry about is effort and sacrifice. Effort is the amount of work the customer has to do to have their dream outcome fulfilled. Let's say for dine-in restaurants, the effort they have to take is they have to get in their car, drive, wait for a table, wait for food to come, order food, and then if the food is good, they get their dream outcome. That's a lot of effort. Compared to Uber, they pull up their phone, pull up an app, click a couple buttons, and food gets delivered to them. Although there's a time delay, it took a very little effort to have their dream outcome fulfilled. And sacrifice is the amount of money they're paying, how much they're sacrificing to have that dream outcome. Let's say you run you run a restaurant that sells $100 steaks. Their dream outcome is a great experience in terms of buying steak. They're sacrificing a lot of money. If you're paying $100, you're sacrificing a lot of money. That means that they're willing to pay a lot to get that dream outcome. They think it's either that their perceived likelihood of achieving a great experience is very high because they're willing to pay $100. Let's say for McDonald's, you're not willing to pay $20 for a Big Mac because the likelihood of having a great experience is lower. They're just getting food to fill their stomach, which is a commodity. They're not getting the experience, the wine and dine that you're getting with a $100 steak. That's the sacrifice they gotta make. So let's get back to the Wagyu burger. So what they're doing is they're trying to create that $100 steak that people want, are paying and they're fine and dine, but their dream outcome decreases because the value of the burger decreases. And on top of that, they can't wine and dine them. They can't sell them. They can't sell them the great service. They can't sell them a great experience that is included in a wine and dine. You aren't getting taken care of and all that. Although they have great packaging, they don't understand that their food decreases. The value decreases a lot. And to create that value, they also spend a lot of time to make the food. All our food, with all our brands, take about 5 to 10 minutes to produce. And this wasn't by mistake, it was calculated. We made sure our operations ran so smoothly that we are able to produce items within 5 to 10 minutes because we understand the time delay. And we also understand the quality of our food decreases as it gets delivered or gets picked up because it takes 20 minutes to get home. And it's not gonna be fresh, hot out of the oven pizza. And it's not gonna be the juicy steak that steams when you cut it. It's the value of the food is gonna decrease. So we understood we had to pull another lever in terms of time to increase the value that we're giving to our customers. And on top of that, we understand that the dream outcome doesn't only include food, it includes the experience that we give them. So we try as best as we can to find the solutions to create a digital hospitality experience that they never experienced before. When we have time and when we aren't backed up by orders, we try to call the customers, create that interaction to let them know that we care about them in terms of whether we received the order, thank you for ordering so much, and just to create that connection that other digital restaurants aren't doing. And that allows us to charge higher price because they're willing to sacrifice a little more to get that relationship with us and to create that experience that they aren't getting with other delivery restaurants, other pickup restaurants, and other virtual restaurants. Understand these levers, look at your business, and you'll be able to pull certain levers to increase the value that you're giving to your customers. And it's very important that you're giving the most value as possible within these levers because customers, I heard this once from one of former Chick-fil-A executives, people want more value for what they're paying for. If you give them so much value in terms of decreasing the amount of time that it takes them to get the dream outcome, decreasing the effort, and increasing the perceived likelihood of achievement by having more reviews, more raving fans, and more social proof, you'll be able to create such massive value that a lot of customers are willing to pay that price to receive that value. So understand these levers. Look at your business like we are constantly doing to try to improve so we can give so much value that we can have quadratic growth by word of mouth. Because when we offer so much value, and if people are having a discrepancy in terms of the amount of value they're getting versus the price they're paying, they're gonna wanna return some value to us in some way by either telling their friends, posting us on social media, by spreading the word for us, because we're giving them so much value that they don't feel right if they don't reciprocate somehow. And in our business, we want to do that. So understand these value structures and stay tuned for the next one, which is a big one. People come into the virtual restaurant space and not understanding the digital arena and understand how to navigate through it. And that's one of the other main reasons that people fail. So stay tuned for the next one. If you liked our content,